Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is now Thursday night, November 15th, 2012, obviously. I think it's close to 11 p.m. If you follow me on Twitter, or perhaps if you were on the blog and saw through the Twitter feed, I said there was actually going to be a special surprise video tonight. Still kind of surprised it happened. But what we're going to do is take a look at this. Actually, we're not, but just as a courtesy to everyone else who might fall into this trap, Market Pantry animal crackers are about the equivalent of putting cardboard in your mouth and swallowing it. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I actually debated making a prank video, but just FYI, avoid these at all costs. I don't even think they belong on the shelves. Now that said, obviously I was at Target. As you know, during the week I make my rounds looking for Skylanders. If you follow the blog, Facebook, Google, basically anything, I think I've mentioned several times, including in unboxings last night, Terrafin and Slam Bam, said that I had ordered Hothead from Amazon. I did that last Friday night. It was kind of early for me. I think it was around 11. I actually thought it was early Saturday morning. I've double checked. It was Friday night. They have yet to ship it. That said, that becomes a non-issue because somehow, some way, I actually found this locally. It was located at a small store. They're not nationwide. They're kind of regionally. They don't even sell them online. There's really no point in mentioning their name. I've had good luck there, mainly because everything else they sell is kind of a ripoff. And from time to time, that and the fact that a lot of people don't go there for said reasons. I actually found Wham Shell there, I think, for the first time. But, I tried Walmart tonight, Toys R Us, Target. As much as I hate Walmart, I actually went in there. I have seen online Best Buy, at least as of last night and early this morning, had Hothead available online. Toys R Us, I think as of today, did as well. I have yet to see this in person. When I ran into GameStop tonight, I've actually been in there the last several weeks explicitly looking for Hothead. Guy said they had a shipment come in and he opened it up. He's actually, thinking of me. I guess, you know him to a point. He'll hold things for you. Actually, I have several people I talk to that, know someone at GameStop that'll do the same thing. But he figured they'd have a Hothead. They have still, at this particular location, just had one, and that was long, long ago. Hothead is currently the biggest pain to find. Obviously, he's a fire element giant. Again, retail for the giant is $14.99, pretty much across the board. I'm hoping, that either Black Friday or maybe this Sunday with the release of the Wii U, I'm hoping they kind of stock the shelves with these. I know a lot of people are going to get paranoid and, pay crazy money online or something. Don't do that. There is no way in the world this is worth $35. That's essentially close to 3 Skylanders and 3 Giants at that. A triple pack, a single, just hold out. You'll eventually get it for $15. It's not going to kill you not having it. I've done without it. Just basically spent a lot of wasted time looking. That said, here he is. Don't want to bore you too much with the backstory, but again, $14.99. It's currently really hard to come by this guy. I should have checked this before the video, but I know earlier today both ToysRUs.com and Best Buy had Hothead. The best source, in all honesty, has been Amazon. That said, it's been 7 days since I ordered mine and they haven't even shipped it. The reason I'm glad I found this, I honestly do not think that my Amazon Hothead is going to even get here before Thanksgiving. I think it's probably going to ship tomorrow. More than likely it'll head out Monday. And they take their sweet time in transit when you do Super Saver shipping. So I probably, in all honesty, won't even have that until after Thanksgiving. That said, hold out, try it online. That actually, as much as I hate paying shipping when you've driven back and forth all over town several weeks in a row, shipping kind of takes care of itself. But that said, a lot of people seem to like him. the few that have him, at least, and then there's a lot of people looking forward to him with high expectations. I'm kind of going to hold out reserve judgment until I've actually played with him. But there's a good look at the character and the packaging. Obviously, hothead, as we've mentioned, and Je suis un feu is his slogan. To translate that, which is conveniently printed, it would be, hey, I'm on fire. Kind of thought that was interesting the way they did that, where it's basically two statements. His voice on Skylanders.com actually sounds pretty good. I'll see if that carries over to the game. Being a giant, he is going to light up, so again, exercise caution in unpacking. In Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, you get nothing but an error screen telling you, the toy can't be registered or read or whatever. However, in Giants, it works. Everything lights up. You've got everything working in your favor. Coming around here to the back, again, the top box art basically just showcases T-Rex. Play on your console, online, mobile. Skylanders Giants, super size and super powers, and they have the light up effect. Coming in here, we'll do the other Giants first. Bouncer and Swarm are currently out thump back. I have to say, it seems like most of the people, at least the ones I'm familiar with, are looking the most forward to him. Me personally, I really have wanted to play Eyebrow. It always kills me, particularly for US-based companies, how they never, I don't know, it just seems like Eyebrow should have been out early. Last year they kind of did it with the Ghost Roaster, had him available before Halloween. Minor deal, but that's kind of who I'm looking forward to. That said, we will try to keep the focus on Hothead. Let's see if we can't go ahead and get him out of here. And just if you wonder, I was dead serious about those animal crackers. I guess to their credit, they do call them crackers, not cookies, but that's just, I don't know. I mean, if you're starving, I guess they're good, but just that initial taste, I don't know. Water doesn't have a taste, but I enjoy it. That's just kind of something that I wish wasn't in your mouth. Again, the packaging is vastly improved, really easy to get them out. I know some people actually do keep them. Again, like I showed with Bouncer, you actually do have a full character art. I don't know of anyone that does this yet, but if you didn't want to keep the blister packaging, but you wanted wall art or something, you could actually come in if you do happen to tear it. Obviously, you can avoid that if you're more careful, but you could actually clip that and then kind of hang it on your wall if you're so inclined. That said, here's a look at your packaging for Hothead. I can't stress this enough, but the Light Core and the Giants use a lot of caution with both of them when you unpack them. They seem to be real sensitive. Obviously, with Hothead and a lot of the Giants, I've noticed it's not necessarily the bottom that holds it in as much as it is the back packaging. You can kind of see that here. Looks like there would be something on the back. We've got him freed from his earthly prison here. We'll grab the card if we can. Everything is shifted to the top side here. Alright, so we got that stuff out of the way. And what we were dealing with, obviously, in addition to the figure, the drill by now, get the instructions that we never do anything with. My apologies to Stump Smash who that hit. Get the stat card, which we'll cover in a second. And then you get the sticker sheet that features obviously your sticker, and then below that you actually have the character's name, QR code over here, and right about where this thumb's pressing you have your web code that you can use on Spyro's Universe Online. I think they're trying to change that name to Skylanders Universe, but I was there when it was Spyro, so I'm probably going to continue to refer to it as that. That said, his stat card, which bear in mind this doesn't directly relate to the game. Power or strength, fully maxed out, 150 of 150. Defense or armor, 120 of 150. Agility or speed, 60 of 150. And luck, 80 of 150. We will now get in again. His slogan is, hey, I'm on fire. He kind of reminds me of a, bigger Eruptor, if you will, kind of like a giant version. That said, Hothead had always had a short fuse, a quick temper. I'm sure you probably might have expected that from his name. But one day in the Skylands, about I guess 2,000 years ago or so, there was a discovery of magical oil. Everyone was stoked about it, super excited. I guess it's kind of like, Spyro's Adventure when we found that. But the celebration lasted approximately 5 minutes, and that's when Hothead decided that he needed to cool off, and he actually jumped right into the thick black pool to cool off. Obviously, as you might expect, fire and oil, not necessarily a great combination. In this case, the magical oil and Hothead mixed together actually caused the entire island to explode. Basically, again, like I mentioned, it took another 2,000 years before anyone discovered the magical oil. But the impact on Hothead was immediate. He was infused with a basically infinite supply of fuel. This fuel supply, in addition to his short fuse and quick temper, basically made the guy incredibly volatile, extremely combustible, and as you might guess, ready to torch anything that gets in his way. No real backstory there on how he joined the Skylanders. Obviously, going with what we see in Giants, we'll just assume that, stories of his power spread far and wide, or Chaos did something to upset him, and the Archeans in this case. And, he kind of joined up and decided to put his powers to good use. That said, he's still kind of a short-fused, quick-tempered, real similar to Eruptor. If you recall, just the other day we actually unboxed Light Core Eruptor. There's kind of a comparison between the two. I think I said this, I'm not sure in which video, or maybe it was in the gameplay, but the thing that bothered me about Hothead, and I said I would actually reserve judgment until I had him in person, was just the size of his head. I kind of said that it seemed disproportionately small compared to the rest of his body. Still kind of feel that way. That said, now that it's actually here in person, while it does seem small, I suppose, if he was like a, bodybuilder or something, it's, just assuming he has like arching shoulders, I guess, it might be in proportion. But nonetheless, if you can get past that, which, depending on where I put him in the camera, like right there, it honestly doesn't look too bad. But just kind of like that lack of a neck. Eruptor is obviously just one giant form, but it's kind of more of like a defined area, Nonetheless, I guess he is somewhat in proportion here. Looks pretty cool. The fire base, I'm not a huge fan of it. That said, I guess it'll probably look pretty cool when it's on the portal. Now what I want to do is turn him around. His arms, it's almost like he's holding an eternal torch or something. But turn him around. This is actually what I saw when we unboxed him. The Fire Element logo. I thought that was kind of a nice touch. Again, that's something you don't even know about until, you either A, watch a video, or B, get him and take him out of the packaging. But nonetheless, it doesn't look too bad. It has an interesting story. Since he is a giant, he does have light up power. This is where things kind of go downhill. Alright, so anyway, attempt number 45 to get Hothead to light up. Actually, I had to go turn the game on. That is it. This is pretty disappointing. I mean, where I complained about Light Core Drobot, I could kind of see how it would be hard, to route everything to get lights in his wings. With the Giant and the amount of space we would have in the arms, this just really kills me. This is the thing, the people that do have him and like him, their big complaint isn't anything to do with gameplay, it's just a lackluster light-up effect. If you can tell, I think you can, it's the way this is kind of like an orange and yellow, it's sort of, maybe not showing up well, but all that lights up is that center section on his head. Why, his hands or his fists or the torches or whatever you want to call them don't light up is beyond me. He doesn't look horrible like that, but it would have been so easy. Like I said, Drobot, I'll give him a pass because I could see how that might be hard to pull off. At least I think his eyes should have lit up on Drobot, but nonetheless, we don't have eyes lighting up here, but I'd give him a pass on that because the logical thing to do is 1, 2, 3. in all honesty, if I had to pick either the hands or the head, I actually would have preferred the hands, similar to what you see with, well, I guess Prism Break. I was about to say Eruptor. That's what I wish they would have done with Eruptor. But in this case, you know, I think it clearly should have been the hands and not the center, you know, flame or torch on the head. That said, it does light up. I'm surprised. It's actually like a, I call it like a true red. Not really as much orangey yellow, but kind of a, almost like a drill sergeant red. Let's kill the lights and see if you can see it. Alright, well, it actually shows up kind of orange in the camera, but I mean, you'll have to take my word for it. It is more of a red than an orange. That said, a character named Hothead, that's the fire element, when it makes a lot of sense to put lights in here, I have to say that's kind of disappointing. You know, granted that won't impact the gameplay or anything, but I feel like that was sort of a lost opportunity. That is Light Core Eruptor. I'll actually kind of put below him, just for the heck of it, and since they're both available. It's a shame that it's that dark. I mean, again, foregoing the forehead, you know, or head, or whatever you want to call it, I feel like if we would have lit up the torches on the hands, or the fists, whatever you want to call them, I think it would have been a much better lighting setup, at least in my opinion. I'll go turn the lights back on and get you another look at him. But, you know, I mean, I think he should be an interesting character. From what I've seen, I think I saw a soul gem somehow. Looked like he'd be pretty fun, but I'll go ahead and kill that. You can almost, I mean, I hate to say it, but you just saw me turn it on and then turn it off, and I mean, short of like having a slight glow, there's really not much of a difference. But again, to me, you would have had much more use out of the light up effect if you would have done the hands only. Obviously doing all three would have been a perk, but you know, just doing either or type scenarios, I personally would have gone like we saw with Prism Break and done them there. That's just me. Again, I think he should be pretty fun in gameplay. I'm actually real excited to get to use him. But again, I found this just tonight. My one from Amazon that was ordered a week ago is still yet to ship. Again, I do not think I'll even see it until after Thanksgiving. May cancel the order, or I might keep it, you know, give it to my nephew in case he kind of gets into Hothead or something. But anyway, $14.99 is the price for Giants. I know Hothead is extremely hard to find right now, but do not pay more than that. If you're having trouble and you can catch it online at Toys R Us or Best Buy or something, you know, go ahead and order it in, pay the freight if you can't get it for free. You know, just look at it as saving gas. But don't pay, you know, $30, $35, $50, $79, I think is what some scalpers are asking for this stuff. Just be patient. You'll get it for retail. Maybe even catch it on sale. You know, that's the bright side. If it takes you a long time to find something, you can sometimes get lucky and land a good deal, you know, price-wise, or buy one, get one 50% off, etc. But again, this is Hothead, the Fire Element Giant. Brand new to the game, only works in Skylanders Giants. What lights up is this center plume here, whatever you want to call it. I'll obviously have to get more familiar with the character to kind of learn how to correctly describe everything. But overall aesthetics, he's actually kind of a cool looking character, sort of like a menacing volcano warrior is how I would describe him. For simplistic terms, he's kind of like a giant version of Eruptor, real short fused, quick tempered, hence why he's named Hothead. But again, $14.99 is the price. Got mine locally. As of last night, Toys R Us and Best Buy, you know, both had them online. Amazon has had them regularly. They cycle through. They do sell very quick, but they are listed for $14.99 retail when Amazon does have them. If you follow along on Twitter or the blog or somewhere, you know, I try to kind of keep people posted on deals or kind of, you know, characters that are hard to come by, stuff like that. So might be worth checking in every once in a while. Questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube. However, for a much quicker response, I suggest you use the blog link in the top of the video description box. It'll take you right to the pertinent post. That should help you out there. I'll have all the stats and everything. If you still have a question, feel free to post up there. I tend to get to that every night. Obviously, the YouTube comments not quite as easy to keep up with, but you can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. And until then, stay on fire.